This is Digital Marketing Fastlane. This podcast will show you how to build, launch, grow, and scale a widely successful online business. Listen to real conversations with proven practical strategies and success stories. You're going to learn how to generate more traffic, more sales, more profit, and customer lifetime value for your online store. Coming to you from the online marketing experts at Voy Media, here's your host, Kevin Urrutia.
Welcome to the Voy Media podcast. This is Eric Philippou. I am with Kevin Urrutia.
Hey, Eric. How are you doing today?
Good. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Nice to see you again. So today we are going to be auditing another brand, just going through them. This is not a completely new brand to us. I actually purchased this product last night. It was the first item I bought from a Facebook ad in several years, possibly the first ever.
I don't think that's true, but we can argue about that later.
All right. I'll have to check
your click history.
My attribution history in my bank account. But anyway.
But I think what you say is an interesting point because I think people always say that they never click on ads, but I think somehow they just don't realize they're clicking on it. What do you think? Because obviously, my biggest example here is Google. Google's obviously your search engine, but if you look at the first 4 organic results, those are ads. I'm not sure the exact number, but last quarter, Google made some $400 billion in pure ad revenue, right? So there's people clicking, right? But if you ask any of your friends, they're always gonna be like, hey, I never click on ads. But even Wilson, who was the other partner of Voy Media, he sometimes looks at his little sister when she searches for things, and she's clicking the first or second result, and then Wilson's like, that's an ad. She's like, oh, really? I didn't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I think that's why and that's why we tell brands like Google and Facebook ads are great, because even if people say they don't quote unquote click, they're just so native to the platform that they just look natural. And that's why sometimes we see ads with such high click-through rates, right?
Absolutely. That's a really interesting point. So anyway, the brand we are talking about today is called Magic Spoon. They are a ketogenic or low-carb kind of health food breakfast cereal. So that's pretty cool. We're going to start by looking at their website. Kevin, do you have the website up on your screen as well?
Yeah, I love their website. It's good.
Yeah, nice and simple. Little added motion, which I like. It's very tasteful. So not too distracting, but enough to, have some activity. I like the bold blue. Colors are cool. Yeah, cool branding so far. Try now. Landing page optimization. I like it. Nice and simple. Just shop now, explore. All right, let's scroll down.
Yeah, so what I like so far on this website, like I said, it's called Magic Spoon, and their background is kind of like a magic curtain. So that's pretty cool. And I scrolled down for a little bit, and I was already hit with a pop-up. But did you get that pop-up already?
It's possible I did. Let me actually refresh in case it is a pop-up.
But so basically they have a pop-up, which is great because we always say that you need to be collecting as many emails as possible. And if you have a pop-up like this, and the great thing about their pop-up too, is that they have an enticing offer. So Eric, the offer is win free cereal. So you enter a daily chance to win a 1-month supply of Magic Spoon. Okay. Which is
now I remember it. I should click that last night when I went to their website.
So so I'm guessing you didn't win.
It's probably maybe a new user thing, or So this is not my first time on the website.
But I think this is a great offer because it's showing that you can win a free cereal. People love winning free things, and I think what's even better enticing about this is it's a daily chance. So people could potentially come every day to the website to sort of re-enter, and that's a great way to get users to come back without having to pay for that traffic again.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's interesting. Maybe just another insight into my user experience. Maybe it's just me. Maybe other people do this. But I just went to the website. I think I clicked an ad or something. I was on their homepage somehow. And basically I saw this. I actually didn't know what it was immediately, but I was going to X out of it. I didn't even read it. And I noted, I didn't read this, but I clicked the submission bar first instead of the X bar. I guess it was just a much bigger target. Just subconsciously clicked it. And I just autofilled. It was just as simple as hitting enter for autofill. And I submitted my email address. So they just got me when, my intent, I just wanted to get the pop-up out of the way, and just the autofill email and hitting enter was the faster route than finding the X bar or the X button. That's a little interesting insight. Maybe you can get a couple leads that way.
Yeah, so let's go back to the website. Basically, I'm scrolling down. I think the website's beautifully designed.
Absolutely. The little donuts are cute. Keeps like a playful I guess they're cereal pieces, not donuts, but they're shaped as donuts. So.
Yep, they're cute. I like the color scheme that they're using.
Forbes, Delish, Fast Company. So, it's like very serious. So basically a lot of social proof, credibility in the beginning. You see a lot of good DTC websites thrive on that.
Mm-hmm. Something that I always don't know if brands should do is it's nice that they have like Fast Company and they Forbes, but sometimes I'm not sure if they should be actually linking to these articles.
That's interesting.
And the reason why is because sometimes it just gets them off the website and goes somewhere else where that other website could potentially lead them to another website. So
that's true.
I'm a big fan of obviously having the social proof, but if someone wants to go and look at the article at Forbes or Fast Company, they can go and Google it.
Yeah. In their defense, it does open in a separate tab.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you mean. I even saw someone comment that on recently in another brand that we work with. Yeah. And I thought, I don't know if I'd include that in a landing page because I don't want people to leave the site. Maybe the homepage for just general brand thing, it's worth taking a look at. That's interesting. You can check, I guess, in your analytics exit page or reasons people left the site. If they click that and that's losing you a lot of traffic, you can adjust accordingly. That's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Nice. As we scroll down, again, the user experience is pretty nice and simple. So I love that.
So smooth, very smooth. Yeah. I like the color scheme that they're using on their boxes too for cereal.
Very simple, playful branding. I like it. I like they use like 3D and like textures and angles. It's a little twist on like an otherwise very simple color schemes.
Yeah, they use a lot of gradients here.
Yeah, this is really cool. A lot of cool effects. Yeah, the design is really good.
So what I'm going to do right now, I know homepage looks fine. Great homepage, shows about the brand. What I'm going to click is the try now that I saw on the homepage on the top screen. So this takes you to a cereal pack, which is one case of 4 boxes. It looks like the cereal has over almost 4,000 reviews, which is crazy.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, that's a lot. But one thing about these reviews that's sort of very interesting to me is it's crazy that they just have so many. From what I'm looking at, they only have 60 bad reviews. If I consider 2 1-stars bad, that's kind of low compared to how many reviews they have total. So who knows what they could be doing with those reviews? That is something for the listener to think about that.
Yeah, but I mean, depending on your intent, I came here as an inbound lead, or I was thinking about this before I got the ad because I heard something about it on a podcast or something. So I was a little warmed up, but I guess I meant top funnel traffic would probably be scrolling. And as you scroll on this product page, they have a nice little cute graphic, a spoon kind of moving as you scroll down, which that's cute. But it shows the visual, very beautiful visuals. You see what the cereal looks like. It does look like the kind of kids sugary cereal that any sweet tooths listening probably would love. But it says high protein, low carb, sugar. So this is very cool. I think we have a few nutrition clients, and we do see the ads that do really well. It's like foods they can't have, and you say like, oh, this is a whatever paleo alternative or a vegan alternative to this pizza or something. So that's really good. And even just look at vegan recipes or keto recipes or paleo recipes in an Instagram hashtag. You'll probably see like pictures of cakes and stuff that are traditionally not these diets, and they are actually some sort of low carb or some sort of vegan alternative. So that's just an interesting thing about this food niche. It's actually something I noticed as an example in one of our old podcasts. All right, they got the ingredients. I do like, because whenever someone makes a huge claim, in nutrition, I guess people like to see the ingredients, so they make their ingredients very obvious. That's pretty cool. So they got protein blends, coconut oils, monk fruit. They got some sweeteners. That's interesting. Nutritional panel. All right. Obviously, they're crushing these super sugary cereals and, the health things. Very good product page, I would say.
Yeah, product page looks good. The only thing that I would say would be great here would be more photos of people eating it or with it, more like UGC content would be great too.
Absolutely.
Like pictures of the cereal at someone's desk, someone, eating it for dinner. I know sometimes having breakfast at dinner is a thing. People love that.
Yeah. Or, it's,
cereal at dinner hits differently, as they say.
Yeah.
It's true though.
I think we have some cereal in the office that, at a little 6 p.m. on a Thursday, Kevin might be
Yeah, might be a little making sure I get some oat milk in there.
Yeah, oat milk. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, overall product page looks nice. I love the branding that they have. Yeah, I like this episode. I'm assuming this website's probably on a Shopify, right? Eric?
Probably. I forgot the podcast I heard about it on who said if they were using
Yeah,
Shopify.
they're
Oh, yeah,
Shopify.
it's for sure Shopify because when I went through the add to cart sequence, I was like, oh, this is the Shopify.
What are your thoughts on that? Where it's like, I think consumers are knowing it's Shopify websites more. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure.
I don't think they mind. In e-commerce in general, users are certainly conditioned to a pretty clear checkout and website user experience. And, as long as you keep it super simple, your Chrome autofill does its job, or even I guess now your iPhones and your smartphones have autofills for you. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and one other thing that I like about their product page is that they have the price per bowl. I think it's a great way to show how what a good deal is. So we do a lot of nutritional products, and we actually do that as well, where it's like price per pill, price per serving, right? Remember you were doing that for a few of your
cosmetics. Yeah, anything that you consume, or first of all, anything. Yeah, I guess you consume or you use several times, and you have a finite usage of it. We had I think it was an eyelash product, and it had I guess 30 uses per thing. So what a good marketing hook was, $1.50 per use.
Yep.
And that was really good because it was priced more expensive than competitors, and that's very true. And especially for this cereal as well, you might think, $39 for $4 of cereal. But then they say the dollars per use, and that's something when I was buying, I'm like, all right, $1.30 per use. It's better than getting a coffee or something at a Panera.
And that's exactly why. It's because you'll see, hey, look, a serving is only $1.39, at least for their website, and then that a typical dinner in New York City is what, $10?
Or
right, so
typical breakfast. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or typical food, like maybe $7 of bacon, egg, and cheese with the coffee. Add a little extra ketchup. I know you like ketchup. I know I love ketchup, so a little extra there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, this makes sense. I know. For example, Eric, I know you were doing this strategy too that worked well when we were working with a fitness influencer for his supplements, and this worked. I know when we ran those ads, they killed it.
Absolutely. Click-through rates and then the conversion rates also improved. We put that on their product page. Dollars per usage, especially if you think the price alone might put people off. Definitely that, dollars per serving is a good. I do love that they have the subscription and save on a lot of. That's something I'd like to see a lot more consumable products doing. In the case of the cosmetics brand, that was something that we wish we did. That any cosmetics brand that doesn't have to be a food, just something that you're going to run out of. Skincare, cosmetics, food, supplements definitely have this little subscription thing. So this is a very well-designed website. You can tell simple thing, but can go a long way. That subscriptions get you so much repeat business. It's going to be awesome. So this $39, it's not a great average order value, but I bet a huge percentage of people click that subscribe button, especially maybe the second time they purchase. They're like, I'll just subscribe. And, that customer lifetime value goes from 39 to whatever, 3, 4, or 5 times that.
Yeah, one thing that I usually do when I'm looking at these websites is I usually do Control F and then type in refund, and I try to see if they have a refund policy, but I can't find it anywhere. So that's sort of interesting. I know they say like 100% happiness guarantee, but that's hard. People aren't thinking about it like that. It'd be great if they have some sort of, make it clear like, hey, this is our refund policy. Because like I said, why make the user search for the refund policy? You're making them work for it. So just make it super clear what it is. Have in the bottom, like refund policy,
I am seeing try risk-free 100% guaranteed. So there might be something in the fine print as you go more.
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely have it. I know they said that they'll refund your order, but if I do refund, you can only see it when you expand that what is 100% happiness guarantee meaning.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's there, but make it clear. Another thing that I would really want to know about this website is like, who started this website. There's no about. There's no who the founders are. Right. There's just the website. Like who did this thing, especially with a food product. I think people want to know who's making this product. Why is this person an expert in this sort of brand? I think for like maybe hardware. And maybe for like, physical products, maybe. But I think for food, I think people are caring about who is the person.
Absolutely. Anytime you're putting something in your body, like it's food or even a cosmetic, something supplements, trust is always the biggest obstacle. Because, I guess, it's so much risk. this website doesn't look some scammy like some of these other. This website looks good. It looks like as you scroll down on the homepage, they have like some testimonials from, I guess, influencers, you could say, in the space, health and wellness experts. So something like that. That's good, but I do have an Our Story page, but it is very low. You have to scroll way to the bottom. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. So trust is important, but what do you think about this? So if you're looking at the homepage, go back to the homepage. If you go to Explore, you can see us versus them and then Our Story, but they don't immediately present that. But you can do it if you're looking around. Do you think they sacrifice the simplicity if they add that about us? And do you think that simplicity is really, because the simplicity of this homepage is really nice. Yeah, that's an interesting school of thought. I'm sure they've tested it, though. They look like they've definitely thought and tested a lot.
Yeah, no, I definitely see it now. Yeah, I see it now. I didn't realize what the Explore was. So I didn't click about it. So it's kind of like, it's kind of what I said before. It's like, it makes sense now that I know about it. But as a user, when you're first coming here, you're not trying to be like, oh, this website's going to be clever. Let me see what things I can uncover.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So people don't want to uncover things. Just show them exactly what it is.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And that's sort of what we sort of say with things. It's like, just show people. Because right now I'm seeing Our Story. So I see it's the founders, who they started. Now I can see the great story for them. But like I said before, they're just too clever sometimes. You just don't know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to add something to the cart right now. And I'm going to go to checkout, traditional checkout.
Nice. And that's good. You don't want to be too fancy, especially that bottom of the funnel. Just make it real quick. Make it really easy for people. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think that checkout, it's interesting. With everybody almost using Shopify now, the checkout process is almost always the same, so which is great, kind of what you said. People are used to the fields they need to type in. People are used to the credit card information.
Yeah.
And then now, like where before, like remember when we were doing e-commerce a long time ago, everybody's checkout was a little bit different, and then that was like always a nightmare to sort of see what to do. But Shopify has definitely helped sort of standardize that.
Absolutely. Nice.
Okay, perfect. You want to go to the ads now?
Yeah, let's take a look. I'm looking at their ads library right now. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm just going to scroll to the top. I was scrolling a little before the recording, but yeah, I got, let's see if there's a difference if I go to all instead of United States. All right, it looks like only targeting the United States because the number didn't change. I guess the drop down is also just one country. So basically what I'm looking at, I'm going to start scrolling. I see some very nice visuals, just like the website. They're definitely keeping true to their branding in their ads, not just bland or random things. Definitely not like stock imagery. So aesthetically, they look really nice. This one is interesting. This is one I actually saw that got my attention. Maybe the one I saw was slightly different, but this division, if you scroll down a little, I guess it's like the third row, you see an us versus them graphic, which is really cool. I like it a lot. Changes a lot of colors. I love what they do with colors. It's really cool. It does have that like kid cereal, almost nostalgic feeling. So they definitely know what they're doing. Nice. That's really cool. All right, yeah, I like this us versus them. That's a really interesting one. That's something worth trying out for any brand that has a very clear metrics that's better than the competition. That's perfect. I'm sure that's common a lot in the food niche, but any other visual niche or anything you do, that's a pretty cool trick.
Yeah, no, I love this ad. It's really great. It stands out. The colors are amazing on this ad. So,
interesting. I'm going to also scroll actually back up a little. I see this little cereal box video. I'm just going to click it and see what it looks like. Just a cereal box moving into the screen. Looks like a 3D animation. It changes. Well, so I guess complex from a technical standpoint to make. I mean, it's not your simplest, but it looks very simple to the viewer, and it just makes a nice impression. It shows that variety with the switching, which is a thing that that's pretty cool.
And from what we can tell right now is that this looks like a prospecting ad. So they're using this for top of the funnel, because if you hover over at the ad library, Eric, you can see that the UTM says UTM source equals FB prospect. So that's most likely top of the funnel type of campaign.
I'm seeing it. I don't know if you can see the bottom of my screen in the Loom, but it does say.
Yeah. So
I see FB prospect. Here we go.
So that's a great tip. Sometimes when you're looking at these campaigns for brands, they will actually say prospecting, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel.
Oh,
right?
Interesting.
So then as an owner, you can sort of see what they're trying. So right from here, we can tell that this is clearly a top of the funnel video, right?
Yeah. And then for those not listening, if you're in ads library, you hover over, I guess, the URL or the link part of an ad, in the bottom left of your Chrome browser, you'll see the URL that this link leads to, and then you see the UTM parameters. And the UTM parameters, in this case on my screen, if the Loom is capturing it, it says FB prospect after UTM source. So yeah, that's what Kevin's talking about. You can dissect their funnel through these little tricks. That's a really cool trick. That's definitely helpful when looking at these ads. Before, we just kind of made assumptions. At least I did. I didn't know that trick. I learned it today.
Exactly what you're saying, because Eric, if you scroll down, you can now actually see the retargeting ads. It says FB retarget.
Oh,
so
wow.
now you know what messaging and it looks like for one ad that they have, it's like a quick video ad, 2 seconds. They just have like a testimonial. These testimonial ad copy works well. And what they're doing too is, it's interesting because if you see in this one that says "In Love, Magic in a Bowl," you see how their text is bolded. They're using that like bolded trick that basically this is like an ASCII version of characters that makes it bold on Facebook. It's like you have to use like a plugin, or not a plugin, but you have to use like one of those like websites that's like make text to bold, into like ASCII. But yeah, technically it's like not allowed by Facebook because it's standing out in the newsfeed. But some people get away with it. So clearly it looks like they're getting away with it.
Yeah. And also, even if it didn't have the bold, if it was just regular, hey, it's still a nice looking ad. The visual of the ad, which is probably what you're going to read first anyway, is beautiful. They use a lot of colors and like, I guess, flashing images, for lack of a better word. So that's really interesting. I know a lot of people the use of color is very important in ads. It's something I know we don't talk about a lot, but just to capture attention, these popping colors make a difference.
But yeah,
you can tell they're using that.
So this is interesting to me because like this looks very addy.
Absolutely.
Right. So all their ads right now look like an ad. So, and we've seen when your ads look too much like ads, they don't convert well. So
interesting.
Right. So we always say that, hey, if your ads looks like this is everything you're saying is true, it pops out in the newsfeed, but people can really say, okay, like this is not normal, my newsfeed.
Understood.
So sometimes what we've seen the best creatives are ones that blend in with your newsfeed. That's why I think for them, it'd be great to just have photos of regular people eating the cereal at their home. Kind of like a UGC essentially, right?
Yeah, I'd be interested just to see if you go to the Instagram hashtags like cereal or something.
Yep.
Just see that's the kind of organic content people are responding to in the top posts on Instagram.
Yeah, because I think you wrote an episode
that.
about that too, where if you go to cereal, for example, hashtag, you could look at the top liked, and that sort of might be a creative that you can replicate.
Yeah. But something can be said for if you have a very unique offer, like a truly unique offer, you solve a clear problem with a clear solution, which is, by the way, is an awesome thing you can do as a brand. You can get away with more salesy or advertising looking ads, more upfront. That's what my experience was in some of the brands that did have a very innovative product. You can be more, I guess, blunt about how this is an advertisement. And, it looks like this is a pretty unique product. And I know there are a lot of similar competitors. This entire niche, this, I guess, healthy breakfast cereal thing is a very new product and very new topic. So they can probably get away with a lot of it. But yeah, I know what you mean, though. It's definitely worth testing different styles like that.
Yeah, because this is definitely a style of ad.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to test this sort of style on some of the ads that we're doing too. Just like
pure
poppy colors, completely sticks out in the newsfeed. Yeah,
I know what you mean. Interesting.
I like their. It's funny because I was looking at one of their ads. It's like subscribe, only $1.29 per bowl, which is kind of exactly what we were mentioning before, where it's such a great offer that you can use in your ad. It's like, hey, look, it's only $1.29, and that's exactly what they're using, and that's exactly what we did for when we were running with the influencer campaign.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. I like this one. Less carb, more spoon. It's cute.
Yep.
Less bad thing, more good thing.
Let's see what else I really like. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the retargeting ads. Yeah, it looks like they're prospecting a lot and also retargeting a lot.
Interesting. Yeah, I like the child. They're definitely doing a few angles. So as you scroll more and more down.
It's interesting because they haven't really talked about the angles. It's kind of just the benefits, like what it tastes like, the protein. They're really just showing the benefit, the product. Like there's no like hard angle. It's kind of like what we think about.
Well, that's also something interesting. When your product is the more unique your offer is, the less creative you have to be in your angle. So especially if your product solves a clear problem, a good angle is just like a solution to a serious problem, an emotional reason why someone would buy something. But if your product speaks for that and actually does, not like, oh, we're just a little less expensive than the other 1,000 competitors. If it actually is unique, you can get away with less angles. But even as you scroll down more, obviously we are seeing things like less carbs, more protein, that pure benefit angle, which is interesting in itself. I do see one that's interesting called childlike cereal for grownups. I guess that nostalgia angle. They have like a nice quote, had pretty much given up on cereal as an adult until I got the taste of Magic Spoon. And that's an interesting angle as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting angle because it's interesting to say because, like, I guess as an adult, how often do you tell your friends, "Oh yeah, I had cereal today"? I guess people do tell you that. I'm not sure for dinner. I'm not sure.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, is it a weird thing to say? Like, you kind of sort of getting over that fear of, hey, it's okay to eat cereal. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe
it's just a weird. I know what you mean. It's not exactly like, I ate a steak or I ate it's something like grown up or something. But
I guess I guess for this sort of company, you're keto, so you're already used to your friends telling you that you're keto.
That's interesting.
Right. Like, I'm a keto diet, so you can't go out to eat.
No, that's true.
Joking. Sure. But another thing here, I think that would be great for them. I'm not sure, is the educational part. Would an advertorial work well or just like a content piece? Remember for the other brand that we were auditing, they had a lot of educational content for the keto, paleo diet, Mediterranean diet. So they were educating their users about why they should get their subscription boxes or meal kits, right?
Absolutely. That's an interesting part.
Yeah.
If they did some sort of health benefits of low carb dieting.
Yeah, because right now so right now from what I'm looking at, I think obviously we clearly don't know what they're thinking, but from what I'm seeing, it's like the people here know a problem, they're trying to solve a solution versus I think for the territory, the other brand that we audited, they're trying to educate users and saying, hey, this is why you should do this, and now you can buy our product.
I understand. Oh, right? That makes a lot of sense.
So it's like this is more like, hey, here's a product. We know you have this issue. There's no like getting completely new people. I'm not sure.
That's that state of awareness.
Yeah,
I think we talked about it in an internal meeting just recently. Yeah, so the state of awareness in this case, obviously these angles, maybe they're already aware of the problem. Yeah. So that's, in this case, you're targeting people who know that they have a health problem but can't eat cereal. And that's an interesting one because I guess the only reason people don't eat cereal is probably health these days. Because if you're not eating something that tastes delicious, sweet and nice, it's probably a health reason. It's a reason we don't eat ice cream every meal. So, I mean, just logically, people just understand there'd be a reason why not to eat cereal. Makes a barrier, if you will. So there's a state of awareness. In that case, like cereal is probably unhealthy. It's probably like that state of awareness. So they're aware of a problem, and at least a commonly aware problem. And so they're addressing it that way. But what Kevin's alluding to is the state of awareness for last week. It's just, I guess there's a food service that offered, paleo diets or vegan or keto diets. That's something where a lot of people, they might not, they're thinking they're in this different state of awareness. They're trying to learn more about different diets. And so that's an interesting part.
I'm not sure if they try this too, but I think it'd be great to sort of maybe have an offer here that's sort of like maybe a small sample pack. Kind of remember when you were in high school or college, you had like a mini bowl where you can put it. I mean, we have some of those in the office, those mini cereals. I think that would be a great sort of, free plus shipping model.
Absolutely.
Or hey, try it for $5.99. Because if you think about how much one box costs, what's the price of one box?
I think
$10, right?
Something. Yeah, about $39.
I guess $10. I guess $39 for 4 isn't too much. $10 a box.
It sounds like a lot.
It sounds like a lot though. But I'm assuming they're doing it because shipping one is probably super expensive.
True.
Whereas they want to get the AOV up and say, hey, we'll do 4 and package them all at once. But I think having a great offer, and I think this is goes back to the state of awareness that you said before, where if people aren't aware, let's give a product like $2.99 mini, try it out for your first day. If you like it, order again.
I was actually listening to a podcast called E-Commerce Influence. Shout out to them. Great podcast. where I think the head of Cereal Shop there was another cereal brand. Oh, Cereal School. That's what it was. Cereal School. They said they just putting cereal samples in little bags, and I think they were sending them that out for free, or people who subscribed, or influencers, and they got a huge response. And they're probably a direct competitor of Magic Spoon. They are keto or low carb cereal, high protein cereal. It's funny another brand in that niche is doing that free plus shipping just to get a really big top of funnel customer base. And that being said, they did make a lot of money on their email. They said a lot of repeat business, I imagine, with the good email list.
Yeah, no, email's always smart. Let's see what else, Eric.
Yeah, let's look more at their ads. Obviously, you can see they're doing a lot with stories. Let's open up one of these stories ads. I'm assuming this is a story. This looks like a carousel. This is a very vertical ad. Basically, if you're looking at my screen, I'm scrolling up. You'll see some ads that look like they're made for Instagram stories. They look like they're in that 9:16 aspect ratio. I think it's pretty cool. It's literally the product in the box, and in the background they have cake, I guess the flavor of the cereal in the background, a lot of colors. That's something we like to see with the story ads. Again, you see the same with the other flavors if you're looking at my screen. It's a very immersive thing, so you can get very creative with stories. It looks like they're not just rehashing feed creatives and just stretching them out a bit. They're making creatives that look really, really good, specifically on the stories. And that's something we definitely recommend, because the CPMs on stories we're seeing is much lower lately.
Yep.
So you can get, all the costs are going to go down if you're on stories, if your CPM is lower. So your CPA is going to be lower, your profit's going to be better. So that's really interesting. I want to look at maybe if there's a funnel that we can examine.
Let's look.
A lot of times we click these ads, and I clicked one by accident. Let me see what
it's interesting. They're running a lot of these prospecting ads. They're running it to their homepage. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at their Instagram.
Interesting. I'm just clicking as many of their ads as possible. It looks like a lot of them are going to the homepage. Anyway, the homepage is, I guess you could argue, landing page optimized. It's nice, clean flow to the homepage. I imagine it's converting for them because they look like they're testing a lot. Yeah. So if there was a problem, they would probably be addressing it. So I imagine it's a well-converting homepage. Look at this ad. It looks like cereal falling into a bowl. It's cool. Infinitely falling into a bowl. It's cool. Just a little scroll stopper, simple video. What I like about their creatives, their simplicity and their colors, they use a lot of. It's not a lot of complex videos.
It reminds me of like Beauty Bay. It's like a very...
Yeah, we talked about them on the podcast before. I think that was before we were screen recording, but they had simple, I guess, just showing the product in very colorful ways. Interesting. This is an interesting ad. They got little 4 quadrants here. Ooh, this is cool. It's like a little Sudoku puzzle ad I'm looking at on my screen. Oh, wow. The aesthetics and the branding are beautiful on this. This is probably one of the nicer brands I've seen. What are you looking at now, Kevin?
Now I'm just clicking on their ads, but there's some Canvas ads, but I guess we can't see those. You see like Facebook/Canvas, but
yeah, I'd be interested to see how Canvas is working for them. That's something that we want to explore a lot.
Yeah, but it looks like their Canvas ads are off, so who knows?
Yeah, if you hover over fb.com/canvas_doc.
Yeah.
I imagine that will take you there. It takes you to the home page. It takes me to okay, cool. Overall, that's pretty much it. Basically, you can see, I think key takeaways here are, they have a very unique offer. They have very beautiful branding. And I imagine they're a fast-growing e-commerce company because of, I imagine these have a big impact on why they're growing. They're very simple branding, they don't overcomplicate things on their user experience. It's very aesthetically pleasing, really cool. And their ads are nice. Yeah, and the offer is unique.
Yeah, no, I love their stuff.
All right, well, thanks for listening. If you have any questions or if you have a brand you want us to audit on the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, send an email to eric@voymedia.com.
And, check us out on iTunes. Leave us a review if you like this. And this will also be on YouTube, so you can follow along as well. Eric, thanks so much for another great podcast.
See you.
This week's episode of Digital Marketing Fastlane was brought to you by the performance marketing experts at Voy Media. Join us again next time as we'll be bringing you more tips, techniques, and know-how to make your online business the very best that it can be. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, we'd love to hear them on Twitter at Voy Media. Thank you.